Hello guys, NautoAisDx here once again. And before I basically talk about what I want to see from Microsoft at E3 2014 or 2015, excuse me, I kind of forgot this on my Sony list. So there's two more things that I can't believe I forgot about this, and I think this is sort of a big deal to some extent, but you decide. So I'm just gonna finish my what I want to see from Sony at E3 2015, like announcement or showcase or whatever. There was two more things that I want to talk about. Then I'll be talking about what I want to see from Microsoft. So the last two things I want to talk about is number 12. And it's another big thing, but it's not like console price drop, but a big thing. A lot of Sony console owner, any Sony fan, PSN member, everybody wants it, and it's always a big demand ever since the PS3 is able to change your PSN ID. Oh my goodness. Even as of right now, Sony still refuses to do it, and it is kind of unfortunate because even myself, believe it or not, I do want to, let's just say, update my PSN ID. Make it, well, I don't know, make it more interesting, I guess, let's just say. And when I did that name for my PSN ID, it was basically I was really trying to understand about online gaming, making online ID, and I was in a rush. I want to just play my PS3. I felt like my PSN ID is just too basic. So, and I'm not the only. There's a lot of people who basically now want to at least one-time offer to change their PSN ID, and this is a big thing. People keep asking. They keep asking it on the PSN blog. And the problem is one of the reason why, as of right now, they still don't want to do it. The new CEO for Sony of America, Sony Computer of America, said the reason why they're not doing it, they kind of hesitate, is griefing reason. It's basically they're trying to say, what if somebody's a troll, he's being, let's just say, a jerk playing online game, and then, oh no, I better hide my PSN, I better change it to another one, so they won't catch me. I mean, yeah, that's true, but the thing is, it's not that easy just to change your PSN. And I mean, do some restriction. Like I say, a one-time offer, or do what Microsoft does, pay $5 to $10 to change your PSN, or offer a one-time free, and then the minute they change that name, they're stuck with that for, let's just say, a year or two with the name. So they gotta make it count. I mean, if you just say, "Oh no, you can change your name on any time," then yeah, that is a problem. But no, I mean, basically what I'm trying to say is at least give people a chance to change their name, and then the minute they change their name, they have to wait until 1 year, or if you want to be really want to make it safe for online, 2 years for online changes. So that's number 12. And number 13 is it's kind of related to making pass accessories peripheral compatible with the PS4. Make your PS4 peripheral a little bit cheap to some extent. I mean, it is starting to happen now with the wireless headset. The silver headset, I guess what they call it, is now $50. The gold one, I think, is still 100, but you never know. But I mean, you gotta lower the price for the DualShock 4 controller. $60 for controller, that's very expensive. And I used to remember the PS2 controller was just what, 30, $25. Then all suddenly we went to the PS3, it was $55. Like, what happened there? That's insane. I mean, I'm sorry, you gotta lower down the controller because that is way too. I'm sorry, it's way too expensive. And if I want to play two-player with my friend, I can't do it because I don't have enough money to get two controllers. And even the camera right now is $60. You gotta lower the price of that camera to $40. Heck, even $30 if you could. So, and of course, what else? If you're gonna ever, again, another part is like the hard drive kit. If you're ever gonna do something like that, you gotta make it cheap. also. But the controller and the PSN camera or the PS4 camera, you gotta lower down the price because it's just too expensive right now, and it's hard to basically afford them. And I mean, even the PS3 controller, DualShock 3, who are expensive. They're $55, and the problem is they don't really last long. I have two control. I used to have two a basically before it was a DualShock. It was a 6-axis controller without the vibration. Both of them were broken. I just sold it off, and then I bought a new DualShock 3 controller. And then 2 years later, that basically now it died out. It's broken. They don't last long. It's unfortunate. The problem with PlayStation controller, even if you do take care of them, they don't really last long. And so right now I don't even have a PS3 controller because they're all broken. So I'm using a bunch of third-party controllers for it. So you gotta lower the price. So I'll just make it at least $40 to $30, $30 to $40 at least. I mean, you gotta lower the price, just like the console. Gotta lower the price with the controllers also. It's insanely expensive. I'm sorry to say. So those are the last two things from Sony. So next up is I'll be talking about what I want to see from Microsoft at E3 2015. So now I'm going to talk about what I want to see from Microsoft at E3 2015. And to tell the truth really is that there's really nothing much to say about the Xbox One. I mean, mind you, I do also have an Xbox One. I got it last Christmas. But I've been playing the Xbox and I've been seeing what's going on in the news. And thanks to Phil Spencer, he's doing everything right for on Microsoft gaming division or the Xbox One. It's making right decision and people are happy. So again, like I said, there's nothing really much to say in depth about Microsoft or the Xbox One or the Xbox 360. But anyway, let's start it off what I want to see from Xbox. Excuse me. First of all, number one, cheaper controllers. Just like when I said about the DualShock 4, that the PS4 peripheral, they're kind of a bit expensive. Like, for crying out loud, DualShock 4 is $60. I mean, granted that the Xbox One controllers to be cheaper, $50, I think. Yeah, $50 tops, or maybe it could be 60 again. I don't know, but you gotta lower it down. I mean, this is ridiculous. Maybe up to $40. Maybe that's a good price point. People are willing to buy it and still make money, but I don't know why it's so expensive. And it doesn't even do anything. It's not like a gaming pad or a touch pad. It's just a controller that it can work also in your PC. So I mean, make the controllers cheaper and the peripheral. Oh, especially the Kinect. If you're selling it by itself, make it $100, $150. I mean, buying it with the bundle is already cheap. So by $50. So I don't know why not. But it would be nice, again, cheaper controller. Number two, make accessories backwards compatible, just like the PS4. Because the best thing about the Wii U is, well, the Wiimote, the Wii bounce board, they're backwards compatible. So why not make the 360 controller backwards compatible, the Vision Cam, Kinect One, or etc. etc. So why is it different? Is it a different architect? I mean, what about the big button controller? So make it backwards compatible. Make it again cheaper. It justify, like I meant, what it's also to help justify at least owning a 360. Like, oh great, I can still use my controller. Don't have to buy an Xbox One controller. So, I mean, it would be nice make all accessories backwards compatible, or yes, work with the Xbox One. Alright, so number three is find a way to make hard drive changeable. In the 360, the hard drives were changeable, and also mind you that with the latest update now you can actually use an external hard drive. That's technically the Xbox One's approach. Kind of like with the Wii U, instead of a hard drive. You can buy an external one that goes up to I think 2 terabyte from what I heard. But for some people, like they just want one hard drive in their system. They don't want to deal with the other hard drive because first of all, one is you got like only one USB port, which is kind of weird. Why not multiples? Probably costs a lot of money. That's what the three. Remember, the PS3 cost a lot of money because there was a lot of USB ports, so they kind of cut it down. Probably cost a lot of money, but at least find a way to make hard drive like a way to make the hard drive changeable. I know it's probably not the way they designed it. I don't know why they did that, but I guess make it easy for themselves and cut costs. But if there's a way, that'll be awesome. But I mean, an external hard drive, yeah, it's fine. But for some, maybe they just want one hard drive in their console. I know it's an option. Remember, like Phil Spencer said, option is good. So find a way to make a hard drive changeable. Probably that's impossible, but that'd be nice. Excuse me. All right, number 4, support Kinect. Yes, it's the reason why the Xbox One wasn't selling in the beginning because people were forced to buy a Kinect. They didn't want that. Microsoft Studio wanted Kinect to be part of the gaming, but the consumer just really was just strong, and they said no, we don't want it. So, like I said about make the accessory cheaper, but at the same time make more use of the Kinect, make more games that's work with the Kinect. I mean, you know, at least have the people who bought with the Kinect do something more with it. So it'd be nice. And I know Phil Spencer already admitted that the Kinect was it's not what it is. They didn't really have it planned. That they done goof. But again, in the long run, support the Kinect. Make some games with it. Anything. Alright, number 5, make more games for everyone. E3 2014 when he showed games, that was good. Keep it up. 1. Make another Banjo-Kazooie game. 2. Battletoads. I mean, there was a rumor there's going to be a Battletoads game. You got Rare under your belt. What happened to Phantom Dust? Make games for everyone, especially if you could make deals with Japanese company to make JRPG for the Xbox One. I mean, granted, it's more makes more sense on the PlayStation console because well, it's PlayStation. But at least for people who only has an Xbox as a console, have some variety of genre games. So it's good. There's games now for the Xbox One. Keep it up. Keep it up more. So that's good. More games for everyone. Multiple genres. Okay, number 6. I kind of said this last year, and I doubt they're gonna do this. Make online free. Because the only way to play online is you need to have gold, and it's already too expensive. So we're just saying. I'm saying here is make online at least cheap. If you're gonna basically pay people gold, make it at least a bit cheaper. Make it reasonable price. I mean, heck, PlayStation Plus is like $50, and yours what? $60 for what? Oh, I know you got better online, I guess, but not everyone really can't tell the difference about the online. Only certain people. Most of the majority of people, it's just the same. I mean, to some extent, most people say, "Why get a PS3?" Oh, the online is free. So think about it there. So if you can't make the online cheap, at least make gold subscription cheap. Because it was $50 when the Xbox was came, and then out of nowhere they said $60, and oh yeah, because it's more worth it. We're making it like the reason gold because you get more premium stuff like, and that's the reason why they paid wall like Twitch, Hotmail, Netflix, Hulu, you name it. It was like he was behind a paid wall, which is kind of ridiculous. And finally, they removed that. Good move. I know they did some changes. It was some trade-off, but at least finally they made some good decision. Keep it up. At least make gold affordable again. Make it $50 for 1 month, and make it cheap. $24 for 3 months, or $20 for 3 months, and $10 for 1 month. I don't know. Something like that. But just make it cheap. Because, I mean, it's ridiculous. It kind of really a jerky move. It was first it was $50, and then now it became $60. So bring it back to $50. At least make it more competitive with PlayStation Plus. Ever wonder why PlayStation is ahead right now in the competition? Because they're doing something good. You are doing something good. Keep it up. All right. So number 8 here is backwards compatible. I mentioned this on my V blog about backwards compatibility, how important it is, and I also said I hope Sony does it too with their PlayStation now, at least make that better. Phil Spencer, find a way to make Xbox compatible. I know you said that was one of your to-do lists, like you're thinking in the back of your head about making Xbox One back compatible. Try to figure that out. It'll be awesome. Again, backwards compatibility basically makes it convenient to people, so they don't need multiple consoles hooked up on a TV like some guy in a hospital in a life support. Makes it convenient. So if you can do that, I can play my 360 game, even Xbox original game on my Xbox One. Cool. Make it backwards compatible. Maybe in an add-on, just like when I mentioned it for the PS4. So I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Backwards compatibility should be an industry standard, and it'll make everyone happy. I can tell you that much. All right. Number 9, light gun games. Kinda, I don't know. Granted, that's what their motion control is Kinect. So maybe have like a weird, just a plastic thing that can react to a Kinect and light gun game. House of the Dead on Xbox One, Panzer Dragoon, or Earth Crimson Dragon, or anything. Time Crisis. There's the reason why it's on the PS3 because it's a PlayStation Move. And even before that, there was GunCon 4 for Time Crisis 4. Again, it worked. So, same deal. Make a gun game, light gun game, that'll be awesome. Like, I don't know, Fast Cowboy Quick Draw game, or like a Space Marine, you shoot the aliens, or anything, some simple game. Because simple games are always good also, kind of like the NES days. So I would like that rail shooter light gun game. Maybe, like I said, integrated with a Kinect, like have this weird plastic toy gun. I'm just saying, because light gun games are fun. And then number 10, people probably gonna not like this, but you're not gonna like it a bit. Bring back games for Windows Live version 2, maybe for Windows 10. Yes, there is going to be a Windows 10 type game that's going to be compatible with Xbox One and vice versa. Granted, I don't have a Windows 10 OS. My computer is still old. I'm using Windows XP. I know. But, to make it competitive against Origin, Uplay, even Steam, I know people might not like it, but hey, games for Windows Live, a Microsoft exclusive program. And again, quote unquote, achievement. You can build your achievement for the Xbox One. Kind of like what Games from Windows Live did with the 360, building achievement. That's the only good thing why people like Games for Windows Live. But the rest is basically the system and the architect is just really bad. But if you can make that better, work on Windows 10, that'd be awesome. Bring back Games for Windows Live version 2. Make it better, give reason why that can compete with Steam. Well, there you have it. Like I said, there's not really much to say about the Xbox because they've done everything right since Phil Spencer took over, especially since E3 of last year. One, they made the console cheaper, and yes, it is official now. They're not going to raise it. Xbox 360, Xbox One with a packing game as an industry standard for $350. That's it. So if people are still wondering, or should I get an Xbox One or a PS4? Both of them have no packing game. PS4, I think, is Last of Us Remastered. For Xbox One, there's Assassin's Creed Unity with Assassin's Creed 4, or there's also the Master Chief Collection. And what about Xbox with Kinect? Well, they're kind of sort of rare. They don't do that, but you can buy a Kinect by itself. It costs $150 with Dance Central Spotlight. Again, if you're into Kinect games. But again, it is cheaper. That's why I didn't mention it. Like for the PlayStation 4 and the Vita, they do need a price drop. And yes, I just heard it as of right now. PlayStation Vita outside of the Asian market, according to Andrew House, the president of Sony, yeah, different Sony division. He already said it that the PlayStation Vita is now in a legacy category. So what does that mean? It means less support on the Vita, and sooner or later they'll probably stop supporting it. That's what a legacy mean. That they're putting it in the back burner, they're making it secondary because, well, poor marketing. Like I said, if it goes up to 150, I'll buy it. I mean, there was a rumor, I read this on Facebook, that it might even be $90, but that's just too much. If they do it for 150, I'm cool with it. I'll buy one. But like I said, the 360, the Xbox One, yeah, 350, done. But the only reason why Sony's or Nintendo's not being pressured to go 250 because the Xbox One is not that popular. If the PlayStation 4 that sold 1 million within 5 months go to 350, or heck, $299, $300, then Nintendo probably once again could get pressured and said, "Oh nuts, we gotta lower the Wii U." But we'll see in E3 2015 about it. So there you have it. Is what I want to see from Microsoft. Well, thanks for listening. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.